Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ian Goes to 100. Tonight's game is Jagged Bone. It's a choose-your-own-adventure horror-style game. And for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like it needs to put its name on the title screen or whatever. It's a play-in-browser game as well, so that might be why. But we are already jumped in. It just immediately started. It's dark when you arrive. The long winding road brought you here to the middle of a forest, far past civilization. So far past, in fact, that the sky is painted with stars, and the city lights are but a faded memory, if they're in your mind at all. The waxing moon and milky stars provide little light for you tonight. But at the end of the dirt road, there is a house. The house is small, almost like a cottage, and nearly blends into the forest surrounding it. The paint could have been a pleasant green, but it now looks like a sickly gray, peeling in layers. A crow is perched upon the apex of the roof, staring at you with what appears to be a spark of recognition. Like it knows secrets about you never shared. If you didn't know any better, you would assume no one has lived here for years. Is this your house? I'm going to say this is my house. You park your car as close to the house as you can and scurry up the steps as the night chases you. You unlock the door and enter, kicking your shoes off and closing the door behind you. You hang your keys up on the right side of the wall. It's been a long day, and even longer, and an even longer drive out to your father's house. He passed away weeks ago. Sorry, I'm not laughing that my father passed away weeks ago. I'm laughing that Noodle is upstairs just slamming one of her heavier bones on the floor. He passed away weeks ago, and his only living child... Oh, God, I can't read today. And as his only living child, it was your job to sort through his belongings. There was so much to do, but something always feels off here. The forest had a disquieting presence. And it's hard to get work done when you're always feeling watched. Still, there's some time left before you have to be in bed. It's hard to keep your eyes open, but so much is left to do. Fuck it, I'm going to bed. You resolve to get ready for bed. That the work can wait until morning. Your aching feet carry your body up the stairs, and you turn on the hallway light as you go. The bedroom is at the end of the hallway. It's small and still crowded with your father's belongings. There's a small desk in the corner under a window, and a twin bed against the wall. Piles of boxes make the room akin to a maze, until you get to your suitcase, precariously placed upon a chair by the end of the bed. You change into your pajamas and search for your toothbrush. You accidentally knock the suitcase from its unbalanced place, and it goes clattering to the hard wood. Your clothes and belongings spread across the floor, and you curse yourself for being so clumsy. You lean down to gather your clothes when you hear a shuffling down the hall. It's undoubtedly something moving. Then suddenly, it stops. There's someone else here. What do you do? Call someone or hide? I mean, I guess. Does call someone mean call out to them? I'm gonna call someone. In your panic, you call the first person in your recent calls lists. You do not even see who it is. You just hold the phone up to your ear as it rings. Ringing. Click. Hi, sweetie. It's your mother. Did you make it to the house okay? Mom, there's someone else here. Why would you bother with small talk? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Oh, I'm sure you're fine, she says with the peppy voice. It's just a creepy house, sweetie. No, Mom, I heard something, you whisper. There's definitely something else here. What do I do? Your mom sighs. You sound like your father, dear. You bitch. Dad saw something in the house? Your mother sighs. He took too much on when he decided to renovate that house. I know he was lonely with you kids all grown up and me gone, but it was just too much. What did he see, Mom? It was nothing. Let's see. Mom, please tell me. She falls silent for a long time. I never told you this, but your father, he wasn't all together there at the end. I think your brother lost in those woods and me gone. I think with your brother lost in those woods and me gone, he went delirious. I know it came as a shock to you when he died, but I wasn't very surprised. Your heart drops. What do you mean? He told me he would see a monster in that house. He even drew it once. That's how into his head it got. It wasn't even anything. I'm sure it was just the house settling or shadows from the trees. It was a really gruesome thing he drew, sweetie. All blood and antlers. Wendigo. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want you to know how your phone dies. All right, let's investigate. You emerge from the bedroom slowly with bare feet as not to make a sound. The hallway is dark. The dark blue paint making the hall feel even smaller between bookcases, books, and boxes. You don't remember turning off the hallway light, but you're not sure you remember turning it on either. At first, you don't see anything. You just hear a steady dripping. Drip, drip, drip. The dripping is incessant. Drip, 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 dripping, dripping. You spin around and see something standing halfway between the bookcase. Halfway behind the bookcase. Fuck! You can see a tall figure, almost taller than the bookcase. Or maybe not. There's something sticking above it. They are antlers, jagged and protruding from its skull straight forwards towards the ceiling. They are the source of the ceaseless dripping, you realize, as they are coated with something. It puddles near the creature's bare feet. Which don't look like feet. Almost closer to hooves. The puddle is growing and you follow the trail of drops with your eyes. They lead into the bathroom, the bedroom, the study. And there's a trail coming from the stairs. A drop is by your toe. I'm not looking away. It peers out and you see its eyes, black and soulless, round and unyielding, staring you down. It's entrancing, or even familiar, in a grotesque way. Even out of your peripheral vision, you can see the blood continuously dripping on the floor, and its hands wrapped around the edge of the decades-old bookcase. Could you even call them hands? Its fingers are long and thick and end in a point, sharp enough to carve into the wood of the bookcase. Your eyes dart down to watch its claws curl in. It leans forward, and you see a drop of drool fall from its void of a mouth and onto its hand. It wants to eat you, you realize. It wants to eat you, and it's horrific. It takes a step out from behind the bookshelf. Grab a weapon. Pen. You fearlessly advance, moving for the antique pen right in front of the beast. It moves faster than you do, but you duck around its arm. Your fingers curl around the pen. Where do you stab it? In the eyes! You stab it in its gaping left eye as fast as you can, and it bleeds. It bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. It's angrier with you now and keeps one hand clasped over its eye, but the other is aimlessly grasping for your shirt. You run as fast as you can in the other direction, down the stairs. You scramble down the stairs barefoot and feel the blood stick to the skin of your feet, embedding itself in the creases of your skin. It screeches behind you. You cover your ears as you run and grab your keys. It's halfway down the stairs, but you take a moment to find your keys. They're on the right or left wall. Well, you said you put them on the right. You grab your keys off the ring and make it out just before its claws can wrap around your arm. It screams again as you slam and lock the door. You can hear it throwing itself against the door as you run out to your car as fast as you can, nearly tripping and cutting your feet on the dirt road. But you make it. The car starts with a satisfying rumble. You've survived. Nice! Look at me! Ah, I'm not as dumb as I look. Wait. Okay, so just in case other people, you, are going to play this game, there's a big part of me that doesn't want to keep going. But I do want to know. I said that was my house, and then all of a sudden it was my dad's house. So I want to find out, okay, blah, 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 there's a house, birds know some secrets. Is this my house? I'm going to say this is not my house. The wind is howling, and you feel as though you haven't eaten in days. You realize you've seen this house before. It has a familiarity to it, but you can't place no matter how hard you try. You're not sure if you find it unsettling or comforting. It is cold and the sun has set, and the forest is foreboding, and that crow still has its eyes on you. Your only option is to enter the house. The door has foolishly been left unlocked, so you turn the doorknob carefully and enter as quietly as you can. Why do I feel like we're the monster in this scenario? It's dark inside, save for a light in the hallway upstairs. As your eyes adjust, you can see piles and piles of dusty books in a small living area, with a hallway leading further into the house. The inside looks unfinished. There are boxes everywhere, and walls that are only painted halfway. A staircase is to your right. Where do you go next? Since I think we are the creature now, I'm going to go up the stairs. You start in that direction, but wait. A strong scent wafts by your face. There's someone else in this house. You need to find them. You need to find them. The smell is overwhelming and leads you up the stairs. There are 3 doors in this hallway. One to your left, one to your right, and one at the end of the hallway. The door to your right is closed. You reach for the handle and jiggle it, but it's locked. That struck word decadent smell hits you again. Like a wave, and you realize it's coming from the end of the hall. So my choices left or right didn't matter. You were going to make me go to the end of the hall anyway. This is less of a choose-your-own-adventure story, I think. The bedroom is empty, although it smells as though someone was recently around. It's dark and dusty, as though it's not been touched in weeks, save for a suitcase on a chair in the corner, which is dumped on the floor. The contents scattered across the room. There's a small adjacent bathroom. You enter, trying to follow the tricky, delicious smell. A large ornate mirror hangs on the wall. You look in the mirror. You've never seen yourself this way. Antlers protrude upwards from your skull, jagged and bone white, covered in blood. Blood that has been dripping across the floor as you've wandered your way through the house. What is happening? Your eyes are black and lifeless and round, sunken into your pale, ovoid face. Their movement is imperceptible to anyone but you. You do not have a nose, but rather just nostrils halfway down your face above your mouth. Gaped open, full of teeth and blackness, and drooling at the smell. That damn smell. You dart into the hallway, and your prey is standing there, blissfully unaware. You're hiding halfway behind the bookcase when it turns slowly and sees you there. You know from past hunts that you must move quickly, but your hunger is so extreme it's almost debilitating. Let's see, at this point in the story earlier, I think it attacked, but let's stay. You and your prey meet eyes and stay there. Fear is radiating from them, but it's fascinated and cannot look away. You marvel at how small it is, turning your head to the right. The moment lasts. Your hunger seems to melt away, and curiosity quickly replaces the feeling. You extend your claws towards it tentatively. You've never taken the time to look at something like this. Its eyes dart from your claws to your face, and it turns swiftly, without another sound, and runs down the stairs. As you hear the sound of their feet retreating, you remember the last time you were here. It was after a long hike. You remember stumbling out of the woods into this house. Your house? No, someone else's. Someone I knew. But it was a sort of home to you. Oh my God, the Wendigo is my brother. No matter how hard you rack your brain, you can't remember why you were out in the woods in the first place, or why you're covered in blood. Your head is absolutely aching. It feels a little imbalanced. Something happened. You know, but you can't remember what. You push the door open and drag yourself inside, feeling your legs heavy and not broken but swollen. The shoes have disappeared from your feet, but they're so coated in blood and mud and God knows what else. You hear someone speaking.
Yes, he's been missing for 4 days. I don't know.
Though your thoughts are jumbled and hardly coherent, you know who you hear in the other room. You open your mouth, finding it also sore. Only when you make a soft creaking noise that you realize something is terribly, terribly wrong.
Hang on, the door just opened.
Your father sets down his phone in the kitchen and comes out to see you. You don't know if he recognizes you. He's staring at something above your head.
Brandon?
Try to speak again. You nod desperately, but your lips make no sound. He takes a small step forward, staring at your mouth now.
What happened to your tongue?
There's a tantalizing smell coming from him. You've never really noticed before. It's overwhelming. It's damn overpowering. touch him. He stumbles backwards.
Listen, Brandon, we need to get you to a hospital or something.
He's clearly terrified of you. For a moment, that hurts you. But you quickly realize that makes you want him more.
Brandon, stay back!
Your hunger drives you forward. Even on your wounded feet, your hands stick straight out and you don't even realize what's horribly wrong with them. That your bones are sticking out of the tips of your fingers, like a crude sort of claw. It's all coming back to you now. You come back to reality and realize where you are. Your prey is paralyzed before you, someone you used to know, making your job all that much easier. How easy would it be to devour this one, just as you did the other? But that connection is there. It's undeniable and scratches at the back of your brain, stoking your morbid sort of curiosity. What do you do with it? Eat it, savor your prey. The memory completes itself as you make your decision. You are here in this very spot with a man of this species. You took out his eyes and slit his throat, as you will do with this one. Okay. We are also a Wendigo. Holy crap. I'm going to put a link to this in the description of this video because I want other people to play this and get different endings and find out what more of the story. There's probably a ton more endings and a ton more to this story. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you had as much fun with this as I did. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video.